Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. In this video, we hike Sunlight, Windom, and Eolus. Check it out. Yeah. See, we're getting on the train. Be a bad place to drop the camera. Alright, we're at the Cascade Line. The Cascade Canyon is over here. So if you walk in from Purgatory Flats, you come through there. If you do that right, this is how you get to the Chicago Basin. So we're going over the bridge. There's all kinds of great camping over there by the Cascade Y. And once you go across the bridge. Alright, there's the Pigeon and Turret. And we got Eolus back in there. That was fun. Easy way to get here, for sure. Leaving the train, and we're going this way across the bridge. Alright, a half mile to the new creek. Alright, at a trail junction here, and basically if you come from Purgatory Flats, you come from this way. We're going to follow the Needle Creek up this way. You've seen this stuff. If not, check out this video. It's kind of more detailed on how to get into Chicago Basin. I'll give some highlights along the way, but we're going to jump up to Chicago Basin from here. And we're off. Starting with the guy in the red. Yeah. Followed by the guy in the white. Woo. After that, the guy in the blue. To New York Creek. We're making good time. There's not a really nice campsite up there, I promise. What? There is.
Feliz Navidad!
Hell yeah. Alright, we're just getting to the first meadow here. We're gonna try and camp in a good spot. We're going this way. Alright, we're waking up here. About to go hit up to Twin Lakes. Yeah, we got Windom popping up right over here. We're gonna hit that guy. This is Eolus back there. Alright, from Twin Lakes here, this is about where we're going to start. We're going to head up here to Sunlight, and then right over here is Windom. Yeah, we start off heading east. If you take the west route, that takes you up to Eolus. Here's Sunlight. Right here's where the split is. You can go up this way for Windom, or you go like this way for Sunlight. We're gonna hit Sunlight first, and then we're gonna come back to about this spot, and we'll go up Windom. But got the helmet on here because I don't feel like once I start climbing stopping to put it on, and I'm gonna need it sooner than later. So let's get to it. And so from Twin Lakes, it's about 30 minutes to get to the junction spot here. We got up most the initial uphill here. Now we go up. We're gonna start curving this way. Starts getting kind of steep and loose in here, you know. So when you come up from the little junction, this section is very, very steep and loose. So be very careful. I was using the rocks on the side, but I saw people going to the left too. The middle does not look good. But now we're going this way. If my calculations are correct, we're gonna get up on the other side of that. It's kind of hard to climb with one hand, but I do it for you. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. If you find a spot you don't like, just kind of look around for another, because there's some bad spots. All right, so we got to the ridge top, but the top's over there. So I gotta come back down and come around. I went to the wrong one. Hell yeah, but the view is top notch for sure. All right, let's get up there. All right, so you keep coming over here and you're in this little clear spot. And there's this little chute right here. That's what we're gonna go up. It's a tricky little spot coming up, but once you're up here, it kind of opens up. It's not very bad for very long. Now we go that way around this rock. Whoa. That's cool. I got a new thing I got with these shoes. Oh God, I'm falling. Get that out of there. Hey, we got a summer mark. Sunlight. It has the elevation 14,053. Cool. Wow. Look at this view. Alright. Here's our leap of faith. And yeah, I'm gonna go do that, but I don't think I can really film that. So I'll get close to it to show you exactly what it looks like. This is cool. Alright, here we are. So, there's a gap here. We gotta get there, to there, I kind of like this a little more. Let me get up there real quick. All right, we're up here on top, the Leap of Faith, and it's right behind me here. And there's definitely a pucker factor to it. So this is fun, nice view. But I'm gonna get down now. Hell yeah, sunlight. Woo! And really, this is the hardest part, is getting back over there. What I did was I got to this rock, stepped down, and then just kind of climbed up right here. A little sketchy for sure. All right, time to get off of it. And then from the top going back down, again, I couldn't film some of this stuff because I had to use both hands. But from the top going back down, I kind of held on to that top rock and then like stuck my leg over the gap and kind of fished it to the top on the other side, and then used that foot to kind of walk on the top of the other side to about above where that lower rock is, and then I just kind of jumped down to that lower rock. But watch out. Yeah, you definitely don't want to fall here for sure. Super fun, no question. It's 10:52 now. From Twin Lakes, it was 9:30 when I left, so about an hour and a half to get here from the lake. And now we're gonna jump over there to Windom. Back through this hole. Yeah, you don't want to fall through here either. You don't really want to fall anywhere in here. It's not really a good outcome. Alright. Oh man, Chicago Basin's beautiful. So for sure, if this is your first time doing this, there is pucker factor once you get through here. This is pretty manageable. It's loose, so watch out, but definitely manageable. Now this is the part I'm not looking forward to. Loose, loose, loose. The left side over here is definitely a little more loose than the right side here. Yeah, I think the worst part really is this section before you get to the climby stuff. We're back at this junction, came back down, and we're gonna go up over here somewhere. I think it's like right up in here to the top of Windom, but this should be considerably easier. This actually isn't the junction. We got to go back a little bit, but then it comes up underneath this rock outcrop right here, and then it's 1, 2, 3 jumps to the top. It's a little confusing in here. There is cairns that direct you directly here, but you can go around also. So, hey, you know, hey. Some bigger rocks. All right, I think we're here. Ah, right up there. Big crack. Windom. We're gonna go over here and get a view. Alright, so the rundown. When you walk in, this is where you're walking in from. That's the Chicago Basin and that right there. And then if you come from Columbine Pass, it's this little ridge top jump over here, which will actually bring you to Vicedo. Or you can follow it north and get on the Continental Divide, hit Hunchback Pass and come down by Eolus, something like that. But there's a bunch of lakes down there. I don't want to step on this rock right here. It looks like it's just kind of overhanging. But this is looking off the east, south, and west sides here. I'll get you the north view when we get back on down. Alright, our other view is over here. There's a little covey back there. And now this is looking northeast, north, so might, and back west and down to where the Twin Lakes is. We're gonna start heading to it. Woo! This is a great 2-for-1. What if we made it a 3-for-1? It's pretty in here, but this is like the only little spot you gotta really be careful in the cut, because yeah, it's kind of goofy, it's slick, but that's it. One step. There's where we came from, where the junction was. That was the first uphill. From this first uphill through this second to that cut, this is all kind of just like way too many cairns. And then out of the rocks, the trail just kind of appears. So there's that for you. Windom's pretty cool. You got a great view from up there. Sunlight, treacherous. The little chute going up to it, I think, is the most treacherous part, because there's just no grip. There's no grip. It's slidey, it's loose. My shoes are pretty much done after the Colorado Trail. But now we're back here at the junction, and I think we might go hit Eolus as well. 9:30 to about 1:30, 1:45, about, yeah, 4 hours or so. Not bad. Simply fantastic in here. It's okay, buddies. I'm not gonna eat your baby. Or maybe I will. Alright, we're back at Twin Lakes. And we're gonna head up this way towards Eolus now. Hey, buddy. From Twin Lakes here, you go left for Eolus. For our next task, we'll be going up there to the top of Eolus. Crossed through this talus boulder field, and now we are directly under Eolus. Here's the catwalk up there. There's definitely rockfall danger here, so we're just about under the catwalk now. I'm gonna put my helmet on. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut across and then jump up there. Wow. All right, we left all this bouldery, scree, talus kind of stuff, and now we're heading straight up this way. All right, we just folded over that little top part, and now we get a beautiful view looking back. There's another lake down there. We're going up. There's this little crack. You see how it kind of dips down right here? That's where we're heading. This is one of those spots I probably shouldn't film just because I'm doing it. So yeah, you just go through here, you know, kind of finagle your way up. Show you what it looks like from the top. All right, so that's it. It's really not that bad, but it's kind of like a check you at the door kind of thing. If you don't like that, don't do this. Hell yeah. Nice. Catwalk's right here. We're gonna get to it. If you want to see a more detailed version of the catwalk, check out this video. The last time we did Eolus. Well, catwalk's pretty cool. But, alright, we made it across the catwalk. And now we're going up this way to the top of Eolus. So, we'll kind of just go this, like, low route. And then follow along this little line right here on the side. Not in here. We're not going down there. On the side right in here. It keeps trying to suck you up this way, which you can do, but it's a little more sketchy. So we're gonna go take the left, the easier way. Well, out of these three, Eolus definitely has the most sustained climbing, but we're almost to the top. Yep, there's the top. What are you doing, buddy? All right, top of Eolus. Hell yeah. Where's the marker? There it is. Oh look, someone left a sign for me. Hi, I left trash up here. Okay, so here's our marker. Eolus, Eolus, however you say it. We're here. In case you didn't know by the marker, the sign will tell you too. But yeah, that's 314ers in a day. You could go hit North Eolus too, but they don't count. Beautiful, beautiful mountains here. Highly recommend Chicago Basin. Out of the three though, Sunlight has the most pucker factor at the top. Eolus has the most consistent climbing, and there's definitely some like drops that you walk right next to. Windom, piece of cake, just a little bit of route finding. I got these 14er videos coming out for you. Stay tuned for all of the Colorado Trail. We will have the entire Colorado Trail on video for you here. I got to get that all edited up, but stay tuned for it. Should be a blast. We got Sunlight, Windom, and Eolus. Hell yeah. So over here we got Pigeon and Turret, or Turret and Pigeon, whichever way. The Animus River, and then where this hill is back there, that's Purgatory proper right there. Then looking over this way, you can see the Wilsons way off in the background. And then down here, there's like a little hole, that's Silverton. And then Durango, right down here. All right, time to go back. Now this is usually the hardest part. Yeah, I dare say stuff like this is a little worse than the catwalk. The catwalk's nothing. This stuff you're climbing, I think personally, is worse. If there's any real chance for rain, this would be terrifying, along with Sunlight for sure. Coming back down. Whew. when you're getting through all this, it's like terraces and really steep falls. You got to be really careful. Back to the catwalk. This is North Eolus. You can go hike this one too. It's pretty easy. Check out this video if you haven't already. And you know what? You don't need to hop over this when you get to this spot. You know what I'm talking about. Just go around it. You can go around right here. Way easier. I'll catch back up with you at like Twin Lakes. I'll show you how wide the gully is when you come up. It's about one of me. It's about one of me. There's no one around. You know what that means. Should have been there on a Sunday morning. How you doing? All right, we're back at Twin Lakes. The trail is gonna go this way. This spot is just beautiful. Top notch. We're just up there. And now we're going down here. All right, so we made camp. We're down here below Eolus. That's the south slope up to it. But yeah, we made a nice camp down here. We're gonna hang out a little bit, and tomorrow morning, we're gonna go ahead and jump on the train. There's all this smoke coming from somewhere. I hope it's not anywhere close, but all of a sudden there's all this smoke popping up. Smoky. All right, that's where our camp's at. Train. That's a good shot you did.
He's a little cutty.
Oh, it's a brookie. It's a brook. What you got?
Come on.
Right in here. Let's see the fish. Beautiful fish. Need a man. Nice. There you go.